Nigerian police have really lost their credibility. And once they say anything, maybe it's just maybe 2% that people do just try to look as and 98% of the whole thing they say, people don't even trust and believe them. I think there's a problem in Lagos. The police, somebody died in the custody of the police, and the police said we did not torture him to death. He fell ill and died in our custody. He fell ill. For how long was he sick? And you did not take him to the hospital because he has right to life. It is those who are alive that you'll be able to judge or you take to court. It was not fine. And that is the same thing we are hearing. These two guys that were arrested in Kogi State, when the youth arrested them, say because they were protesting against Buhari. Now they are being in the custody and people have protested, and we learned that they are not feeling fine. Of course, you should know that the environment is not going to be conducive. The tendency for them to be sick is already there, but they have to be treated. I think that is what the constitution says. They have to be treated, then before every other thing can go on. If anything happens to them now, they will not be telling you that they did not touch on them, they didn't beat them. And that is what police is telling us, and they will expect Nigerians to believe them. Okay, when Omolola Rotimi Ejioye was arrested on Sunday, May 2nd, 2021, little did he know that he would not make it out alive. He was arrested at Ladega area of Ikorodu alongside some other suspects for alleged murder. However, there have been rumors flying around that the late suspect was tortured to death by the policemen of the State Criminal Investigation Department, Manti, Yaba, Lagos State. The State Commissioner of Police, CP Akim Odumosu, has however come out to clarify the incident as against the rumors flying around concerning the circumstances surrounding the death of the suspects. According to the narration of the commissioner, a case of suspected murder was transferred from Ikorodu Police Division of Lagos State to the State Criminal Investigation Department, Manti, Yaba, Lagos State on Tuesday, May 4th, 2021, and the deceased was one of the suspects brought alongside the case file. The CP further went on to say that the attention of the officers on duty was drawn to the strange behavior of the deceased, and the police had to rush him down to the Falomo Police Hospital in Ikoyi, Lagos State, where he eventually gave up the ghost. Ejioye, according to the police, was believed to be battling some underlying ailments. The police boss further advised the general public to disregard any unconfirmed news that the deceased died from torture in the hands of the Lagos State police officers. More so, some members of the deceased have carried out a peaceful protest at the police station where Ejioye was detained before his death. You can check the video of the protest by clicking on this link. Okay, nothing we will not go see for this country. Like I said, who is going to be believing police with all of these things that we can see that they have been doing? Autopsy, we tell someone say autopsy for Niger are beggy. Who are those people behind, or who are the people behind the autopsy? Any youth that will be sent to police detention is dead because of NSAS. Police has vowed to ravage. So I beg the public not to send any youth to police detention. Don't say what you don't know, please. Can we do without the police? No matter the shortcomings of the police, they still play a greater role in our society. Of course, that's true. The police can really lie. Nigeria police, you are digging your grave. After all these things you are doing, you will say you are innocent. Nigeria with worse police formation, where he has been living fine before your arrest, then after you arrest, suddenly he gave up his ghost. Why after his arrest he gave up? That means the police knew what happened to him. The police should stop torturing their fellow human beings simply because they are in uniform and feel larger than life. Why these barbaric methods in this 21st century? Can't they emulate how things are done in civilized countries? For goodness sake. Very lame excuse. Yes, who is going to be believing that? Very, very lame excuse. Very, very lame excuse. You're going to be believing that torturing is not ruled out of it, especially when he keeps denying that he's innocent. Police will never agree to that, to their crimes. Yes, when you begin to say, unless maybe when you say, oh, you are guilty, they will leave you. But in as much you are saying you are not guilty, you don't know anything, you are innocent. Oh my God, they will force. I don't know why it is like that. Thunders must fire these useless police and soldiers. Code is much in the cell. We need a befitting cell because our so stubborn as a result of bad of governance become angry at any little thing. It's a big fat lie. You guys kid him. Don't worry, you will see soon. Nothing gonna happen. Do people know how many he has wasted and killed? After all, he's a criminal. He's a criminal. Okay, the criminal. How did you know that he's a criminal? You did not torture him to death. You romance him to death. May your generations get the same judgments. All these police, you people must be crazy. When I won't start another problem again. Abi, you people don't change story. Police, Nigeria police, how many times did I call you? Imagine he fell ill and died in detention. Carlos people, untrained Nigerian police. Of course, if you know the people who are really wicked in this country, they are the politicians. Politicians do not care whether you live or you drink. They don't care. They don't care whether you where you live or this, and that is where they are copying all these things from. When you talk about the real wicked people who are taking the lives of people on a daily basis are the so-called leaders and the politicians. When they see the environment, see things are not going well, what stops you from putting the right policy and you follow it through? And that is why they are making excuses. You saw that a bridge collapsed in Kogi State, a bridge that was built less than a week or within 1 week, it collapsed. And people are saying, oh, don't blame the governor. Don't blame the governor. Don't blame the governor. Blame who? So it is really, really unfortunate. They know that things are not working well. A lot of policies, a lot of things are not being followed. The same way they will tell you, oh, bail is free. But is this so? It's not so. When you get it, they will tell you bring money for paper, biro, this and that, and you have to pay. And not that the higher authority, they don't know. They know, but they will look the other way. And that is what is leading to all of these things that we are seeing. The country is just in a total mess. So guys, let's say your opinion on this.